Well, it finally happened. Somebody decided to include me in the fun, if you will, and that's Matt from In the Rope Show and Fool Killer 99, who challenged me to take part in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. And over the past couple of weeks, it's been great to see what the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge has done. It was originally designed to do two things. That was, number one, bring attention and awareness to the cause. Number two, with dumping the ice water over your head, it was supposed to simulate the neurological effects of ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And then number three, most importantly of all, frankly, is to help raise money, and hopefully a lot of money for this whole campaign, to help fight against and combat and find more effective treatments and hopefully a cure someday for this debilitating, devastating, and ultimately fatal disease. And that's great, and I've been glad to see it. This campaign has done those things in a lot of ways, raised millions of dollars for the fight against ALS. And again, I've been very happy to see that. It kind of warms my heart to see the generosity of people. Unfortunately, I think this thing has kind of become a monster in and of itself, where the whole focus was supposed to be on those three things that I mentioned. It unfortunately eventually shifted to, I've been challenged, so I've got to do it. I'm just going to dump ice water on my head because it's a funny thing. It's going to be cold for a few seconds, and that's it. Some people forget that this is even for a specific cause. A lot of people forget to even mention anything about the cause or the fact that the need for donations are there. Forget to donate themselves, and the whole thing of dumping water on your head and donating $10, or if you don't do it, donating $100, that even gets lost in the whole shuffle. It becomes kind of an en vogue, cool thing to do. And ultimately, I'm not going to take part in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and the reasons are very simple. Number one, I think it's a tremendous waste of water, and with cities and states in this country struggling through extreme droughts, and countries around the world that continue to have battles with getting easy access to quality water or water at all, especially drinking water, I think it's incredibly American and frankly incredibly irresponsible to be wasting so much water. Furthermore, I think it's more important to focus on the disease and focus on the need for better treatments and someday a cure and raising money than it is to dump ice water on my head. That's not me wussing out, but I think at some point in time we need to bring the focus back to what it really needs to be about, which is about the disease, which is about the cause, the fight against that disease. And like I said, with everybody now sitting there and just doing the challenge because they've been challenged, people, I've watched some of these videos, they don't even mention ALS other than in saying the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. And all of these celebrities that are doing it too, it's really disappointing me when I see somebody dumps the water on their head and they say, well, I donated $100. You're worth millions, and the best you could do is $100. Look, I think part of the measure of us as men or women is when we do have something, it's what we do with that something. And it's been very disappointing to see so many celebrities and so many well-off people really seeming to skimp when it comes to donations towards this cause. It's been terrible. Now, I ultimately will donate $100 to ALS and the cause, and hopefully someday during my lifetime they will come up with better treatments, if not a cure, to battle against this devastating disease, like I said, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. If you've ever known anybody or seen anybody up close in person that's been affected by this disease, you see just how debilitating of a neurological disorder this ultimately is. So I will be donating $100 to the ALS cause. Information on how you could donate and information on this disease and its effects will all be in the description box down below. I implore you to educate yourself, to learn about this. What I also want to do is take this opportunity to try and shift the narrative a little bit, because it has been great to see all of this energy and focus being generated towards ALS, and I want to sit there and kind of start my own thing, and that is hashtag Change for Cancer. I've got this old party mix Utz thing right here. About a week ago I started putting change in this bucket, and what I'll probably do, I'll go for another 3 or 4 weeks and it'll fill up that bucket, and then what I'll do is I will at that time determine however much money's in there, which would probably be somewhere between $150 to $200 and change, and I'll find a worthy cancer charity that I believe in, a cause that I believe in, and I'll donate to that cause. And I hope a lot of you follow suit, find a cause. It doesn't have to be cancer, but I think as debilitating as ALS is, I think cancer is something that all of us can feel the effects of, if you will. That cancer is something that has touched all of our lives, either directly or indirectly. But find your cause. Find something that you believe in. Make a difference. And if you want to see me dump something over my head, there's probably about $30, $40 worth of change in here. I'll do it just to please all of you.